Hello and welcome back to Crime, Mystery and Mayhem with Kate. I hope you're having an amazing day. If this is your first visit to my channel, hello, welcome. It is great to have you here. Please do not leave. Today's story is a short story and it is about 17-year-old Michelle Avila, who sadly was killed by people that she trusted. So Michelle, aka Missy, I'll be calling her Missy, she grew up in Alta, Los Angeles in the San Fernando Valley. She had a best friend. Her best friend was called Karen Severson, and they had actually been BFFs since they were 8 years old. So a really long friendship. She thought it was a good friendship. It wasn't a good friendship in the end. So the girls, they ended up drifting apart once they hit high school. They went to Fernando High School. Karen was actually getting super jealous of Missy because Missy was considered to be really pretty and she was getting really popular. The boys found her attractive and Karen was like hating on her for that. Yeah, and she was also upset because Missy wasn't spending as much time with her as she would like, and she started hanging out with boys. Yeah, that's what Karen said. She said that Missy was hanging out with boys instead of her. She was apparently spending like most of her time with hanging out with guys, and she just kind of pushed her bestie to the side. Okay, so before I start today's story properly, there's a warning. There's always a warning. This short story, it has content that may disturb some people. I'm talking about the death of a teenage girl, so of course it's going to be disturbing. If it's something that you don't want to hear about, if you're a parent of a teenager or whatever, or for whatever reason, please click out, come back another time when you're in a better headspace or whatever. I'm saying or whatever a lot. Oh my god. Yeah, take care of you. You are important. And with that, let's jump into today's short story. First I need to I'm a little okay. Let's go. In 1985, in the quiet town of Alta, California, a chilling and tragic tale unfolded. It involved a group of friends whose bond turned deadly. And at the center of this dark story was 17-year-old Michelle Avila, affectionately known as Missy by her friends and her family. Missy, despite her small stature, standing like just under 5 feet tall, she was real little and weighing barely 95 pounds, she radiated a magnetic presence that drew people towards her. People loved her, except for the people that end up taking her life, but yeah, she was very liked, very loved. She was really popular. With her striking beauty and a warm, kind-hearted nature, Missy was incredibly popular at her high school. She effortlessly captured the attention of both boys and girls. Yeah, everyone wanted to be her friend. The boys all wanted to date her. The girls probably wanted to date her. Though she never seemed to really take herself too seriously, she was real chill. She was happy. She was just, yeah. Yet beneath the surface, Missy's life, it was far from perfect, as most of us. A year prior, during her sophomore year, a vicious rumor started to spread throughout her school. People, children, teenagers, they could be horrible. So it alleged that Missy had been involved with boys who were already in relationships with other girls from her school. They were calling her all the names under the sun. The kids were being horrible. So this rumor, it was entirely baseless, but it quickly gained traction. Teenagers, they like to gossip. Well, some, a lot. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. They do like to gossip, make up rumors, whatever. So this group of girls, they ended up confronting Missy after school one day. Yeah, because girls can be ruthless, man. And on that fateful day, Missy got ambushed. She was ambushed by this group of girls. They sought revenge based on the false rumor that was getting spread around the school. they were horrible. They subjected Missy to a severe beating, and they left her battered and bruised. Understandably, Missy's family pressed charges against the girl who appeared to be the ringleader of this attack, and it was a girl called Sonia Bon. However, justice seemed elusive as the legal proceedings dragged on for months. Yeah, these kids, they got away with it for a long time. So by October the 1st, 1985, Missy was only a week away from testifying in court against that ringleader girl, Sonia. She was undoubtedly anxious, but believed she was doing the right thing. Like, these kids had bashed her. Of course, it's the right thing to go and get justice for what they've done. They need to pay the price for what they've done. They need to learn from their lesson. But yeah, on that very day that she was meant to go, her life actually took a devastating turn. Missy returned home from school that afternoon, and she told her mum, Irene, that she planned to hang out with her friends. And Irene was like, okay, with the stipulation that Missy be home by 6 p.m. Just minutes later, a close friend called Laura Doyle pulled up to Missy's house. She honked the horn, and Missy was like, say goodbye to her mum and her brother, and she left. So she's got these two. She's got this friend that's picked her up. It sounds familiar. I'll talk to you guys about it after. So she says bye to her mum and her brother, and she left. She hopped into Laura's car and they drove off. However, by 6 p.m, Missy hadn't returned home. While it was not uncommon for her to stay out a bit later with her friends, her mum did get quite concerned because she said that you need to be home by 6, and 6 had come and gone, and she's like, where is my kid? I would be the same. I've had moments where my daughter hasn't come home, and it's terrifying. So she waited for a call, but Missy, she never called. Yeah. Instead, Laura called her mum. She was looking for Missy. Laura explained that they had driven around for a bit, eventually ending up in Stonehurst Park. Laura said that at the park, Missy noticed that there were 2 young men standing near a blue Camaro on the far side of the parking lot. And although Laura didn't know them, Missy said that she did know them and that she was going to go over and greet them. So Laura parked and told Missy she would join her shortly. Yeah, so Laura then, Laura left to refuel her car because her car needed some gas. But when she returned to the parking lot a few minutes later, the blue Camaro and the 2 young men were actually gone. So Laura, she's like arrived back to the parking lot and she's like, where's my friend? And couldn't see her anywhere, and she just kind of assumed that Missy, was chatting with them, and yeah, decided to go off with them. However, as time passed, she became increasingly concerned. So after some time, Laura called Missy's house, expecting to hear that, Missy had returned home, everything was fine. But to her surprise, she heard that she hadn't returned home. Her mum told her, Missy's mum told her that she wasn't there. Yeah, horrible. When your kid goes missing, it's horrifying. It's horrifying. So they started to think maybe something went wrong. Who were these 2 guys? Laura recounted what had transpired that afternoon, how Missy had walked over to these 2 guys. She calls them men, young men, like late teens, early 20s, and how she had left to go get some petrol. And then when she returned, Missy, this blue Camaro, and these 2 guys had all vanished. Irene, Missy's mum, super worried, and she contacted the police. She thought, has my daughter been kidnapped by these 2 random dudes? She didn't know what the heck was going on. So the police, they initiated an extensive search for Missy in Arleta and the surrounding areas. Meanwhile, Irene friends and family members, they also conducted their own search. They went door knocking, they knocked on all the doors in the area. They asked acquaintances if they knew anything, friends if they knew anything. They put the word out, and despite all their efforts, they didn't get any information. Missy remained unaccounted for. 3 days after Missy's disappearance on October the 4th, 1985, so sad, her lifeless body was discovered by a group of hikers in a forested area near the stream. The police arrived at the scene, finding several clues that initially pointed them in a different direction. There were cigarette butts, a beer bottle, and a man's overalls. So it looks like, she had been hanging out with these guys and something had happened. These items were later realized to be unrelated to the crime, but fueled the false narrative that two men in a blue Camaro were involved. There weren't two men. There wasn't a Camaro. I'm just telling you that. It wasn't until 3 years later that the truth actually emerged. Thanks to a brave friend called Eva, I'm going to try and say this word, Eva Carambola, oh my god, I'm just going to spell it. Eva had been threatened by Missy's killers, actually, and initially she kept silent for a while. However, she eventually came forward to reveal the horrifying details of Missy's final moments, and I'm sorry that I can't spell or speak. I think I need some, ever since I got COVID the first time, my speech is a bit funny. Has anyone else experienced that? Anyway, so Eva recounted that something really sinister happened to Missy. But Missy's friends, Laura Doyle and Karen Severson, had actually orchestrated a really horrible plan. And they had this whole thing where they were going to, set up this false rumor. So they set up that rumor involving boys and girlfriends, and they set up the rumor. And their jealousy and resentment had grown to the point where they decided that they're going to kill their former best mate. So on the pretext of reconciliation, Laura and Karen actually lured Missy into a forested area in the mountains. They subjected her to a brutal attack. Then they drowned her in a stream. Eva, the girl who knew about all this, who was actually present during the horrifying ordeal, she stood by helplessly, unable to intervene. It was just her and these two girls that were going mental. Laura and Karen managed to keep their involvement in Missy's murder hidden for a good few years. In a twisted turn of events, Karen even moved into Missy's family home to maintain a facade of support during the investigation. How sick is that, honestly? That's disgusting. They were living with their daughter's killer. It took Eva's courage and testimony to finally bring out the truth. So both Laura Doyle and Karen Severson were found guilty of killing Michelle, aka Missy Avila. They received sentences of 26 years to life in prison. Their heinous betrayal and the tragic loss of Missy shook the community and left scars that would never fully heal. What they did was absolutely disgraceful. The case of Missy, it's a really sad one. It serves as a grim reminder of how jealousy, betrayal, and violence can fester within even the closest of friendships, leading to unimaginable tragedy. Missy's memory lives on in the hearts of her loved ones, her true friends, her family. It's so sad. Apparently she had like this really bright light about her. Like they all thought she was wonderful, and it's just so sad that she died. Yeah. Okay, so that is today's story, short story. Doing these short stories. I think I might do a deeper dive into this story because it sounds quite interesting, right? Let me know if you guys want me to do a proper deep dive into this story. Let me know. If you don't let me know, then I won't know and I won't do it. You gotta tell me. Please remember to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel because it would really help me in my attempts to grow my channel. I can't do this without you guys. Honestly, I need you. Yep. Okay, that's me for today. I'm actually really, really tired. I think I say that every day. I'm really, really tired. I'm 37 soon. I'm going to university. I'm doing other studies as well. I'm actually in law school and I'm studying criminology and psychology. And I've got children and cats. I realized yesterday what my favorite animal is. I looked around my lounge room and I'm like, wow, how did this happen? I have 3 cats. I think that's my favorite animal. I have cats. So many cats. Now I'm daydreaming. Okay, I gotta go. I gotta go and do my assessment. Assessment. Yep. I'm a uni girl. So yeah, I've got a lot on my plate. I got uni, I got kids, I got a house. And keeping a house is freaking hard sometimes, especially when you've got children who just like run around making a mess of everything. You gotta cook dinner, you gotta do the laundry, you gotta clean, you gotta study, you gotta do research for your true crime channel. And then you come onto your true crime channel and bitch and moan to your subscribers. I've got no one else to bitch and moan to. They don't want to listen to me. So I'll just talk to you guys. Because you can't talk back to me properly, really. Like, you can put shit in the comments, but yeah, I can kind of just ramble on, not get stopped. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you guys have a wonderful morning, day, night, whatever it is where you are. I hope you're having a great day. Hope you're not as tired as I am. I think I need a good night's sleep because I was up until midnight last night editing a video that I actually put in my members only category thing. Yeah, so if you become a member you can go watch that video. I think it might be a little bit controversial, but yeah, I apologized in it, but anyway, I'm gonna go. Have a wonderful day. Like and subscribe, like and subscribe. My goodness, I need to get my numbers up. Yeah, I need new equipment. Yeah, what the thing called? Super likes. Go onto the super likes. Help us out. Bye.